So we're exiting the port of Bellingham, and I've just stuck south in the GPS as the general direction for today. I was just about the last person off the boat, because I spent a fair amount of time in the shower where everyone else was packing their gear and getting in their cars. We're going to escape here, we're going to head south, and then we're going to think about new tyres and where that's going to be. I think it might be Portland. At least gives them a little bit of heads up what we need, but we're going to have to stop today and start making some phone calls. Who's on a stop sign? Turns out he was too, but he wasn't that keen on using it. Right, I think we could officially say Bellingham is a nice town. And obviously had a tram that came down the main road in this direction. And another driver who isn't aware that other vehicles exist. Okay, Bellingham, nice town, bad drivers. Anyway, we're joining 5 South. We're headed towards Astoria. I haven't looked at the map to see how that's actually going to route us. I presume we're going south. Yep, Seattle would be south of Bellingham. Nice little highway, though, I have to say. It's got that kind of step up and down, separation that you see on 70 in Colorado, which is a stunning highway. But we're back to the land of trees and trucks and a little sunshine. And it's been a while since we've seen that. There's no mist in the air, there's no rain, there's no grey. It seems quite odd. I'm sure Washington will provide that sooner or later. But for now, it's a pretty perfect day. Yeah, we're doing mid-60s and everyone's passing us. GPS has jammed itself up, stuck on the same screen, so... exit 232. We're going to take that, grab a cup of coffee and see if we can fix the GPS. Feels weird being back on a bike, in a way. What feels really weird, I have to say, is sunshine. Sunshine feels weird. It first appeared yesterday on the boat, which was the tail end of that journey, because pretty much grey, misty, rainy for the whole journey. Made the whole thing feel a lot longer than it really was. But I'd say overall, positive experience. And the fact they didn't kick us off the boat for being standby at any of the latter ports.
Randomly down the road, I passed a large motorcycle dealer. And I figured, since the scenery's only going to get better and there's going to be more things to see further south, let's get the tyres and the chain done here.
There we go, Yamaha. Okay, exit. Doesn't seem British. Italian? Yeah, Italian. It's an Alpha.
While it was fun to take a look at a rather large collection of motorcycles they had, I did have to run a few errands. It turns out this is not really a walking town. Also, everything I need is more than a couple of miles away. Once I get that sorted, back to the dealer, find out what happens to the old batteries, and find that the bike is almost ready. So's the bill.
Interesting to sit on a few different bikes. Africa Twin Automatic. Felt heavy, too heavy. Tenere 700. Too tall, and also weighs the same as an Africa Twin by the feel of it.
Honda 500, light but actually pretty approachable. No Transalps in for a few days. That might be the bike that we're looking for next. So we're leaving Cycle Barn with 2 new Dunlops and a new chain. Tires relatively cheap. Having them fitted, not so much. So our bill topped $900, which it was way cheaper in Canada, in Smithers, to get a tire fitted. Anyway, south we go. We have a room booked for the night in the pretty little town of Astoria. If you're a fan of the film The Goonies, you will know exactly where I'm talking about. We might even go to the museum, we'll see. But certainly we'll go wander the main street in Astoria, which is very pretty and on the coast, so certainly cooler than this. Definitely over 80 degrees right now. It's actually a bit of a shock compared to the temperatures we've had every other day. This feels like it's, well, it is. It's 20 degrees warmer. And that bike dealer doesn't have any air conditioning. And they're not big on sidewalks or pavements here. I had to walk a couple of miles to pick up a hard drive, dodging traffic. Anyway, this is Maryville, I believe. That's what it said on the receipt, anyway. But we're going to get south. 100 and some miles. This shows us as a 6 p.m. arrival, and it's currently 2 p.m. I think we can do better than that. Just braking in the new tires, taking it easy. And we have new chain and new rear brake pads. They were down to metal, so rear brakes shot about 7,000 miles. I think we're going to take the HOV lane for a bit, even though we're not exactly the quickest thing around. It takes a bit of adjustment getting used to this much traffic. Because we took coastal Washington on the way up, this time we're heading through Seattle in the hopes of reaching the Oregon border, where we'll join the Pacific Coast Highway. Oh, and I would never do this if I was in a car, but I just didn't see the point of letting the bike overheat in traffic. Although I was wary about getting a puncture on brand new tires. Wow, looks pretty. Just wish there was a little bit less traffic. And for some reason, the HOV lane is closed on Friday at rush hour. Now, I've been cross-country a few times, but there's still a few places I have never seen or spent much time, like New Orleans, Boston, Memphis, and Seattle. So we don't have time to explore today, but I'm definitely coming back here to walk around for a few days. The goal right now is to get to the coast and take the slow way home. This traffic has been never-ending. It did end, though, some way south of Seattle, and we were treated to the smaller roads and the bridges and rivers that proliferate around these parts. Just to complete the cliche, we even came across a lumber yard on the river. We are headed for Astoria, which was founded in 1811. It is the oldest city in the state and was the first permanent American settlement west of the Rocky Mountains. It's also just a really nice small town. I stopped by the brewery for a pizza and a beer, and they couldn't have apologized more that they were closing in 20 minutes, but they served me and it was great. When I looked at the bill, no charge for the beer. Next up, we'll pass a couple of movie locations, find some good food and scenery, stop at somewhere unexpected, and of course, it's Oregon, so the weather turns again.